Hey, what's up everyone? If you're watching this video, you've been following us for a while, you might have noticed that we changed the name of our YouTube page from CrossFit SOAR to Structure Your Strength. So I've been working in strength and conditioning for, I guess, over 15 years now. It's kind of crazy to think about it. I got into it because I played hockey a lot, on the ice 7 days a week. And at the time I was like 260 pounds. And we never really did strength and conditioning for it. We did a lot of running, we did a lot of push-ups, we did those things. And by the time I got to college, I started looking into what strength and how it's developed and biomechanics and everything like that more because I just found it really interesting. So it was around that time that I started just kind of running a little bit. I was dating a girl who was running. So I started running a little bit. I'm married to her now, so it worked. And then I got into CrossFit because I looked into kind of at-home workouts or in your garage workouts, and that popped up. And that was back in 2003, 2004, somewhere around that time. So since then, went to college, ended up just studying biology mostly, ended up getting into biomechanics, anatomy, things of that nature. And then when I got out, I started doing strength and conditioning out of my home, in my backyard, dragging sleds, doing things kind of grungy style, you know, lifting weights that were a little rusty, things of that nature. Which led me to being a strength and conditioning coach for a track team that ended up being the first time they went to nationals, which was the first year we instituted a strength and conditioning program, which then led me to eventually have the opportunity to take over a CrossFit gym and partner up with my buddy Steve with CrossFit SOAR, which then led me to kind of diving into more of those athletes that wanted more than just the traditional workout of the day in CrossFit. And we started looking at strength programs and the pieces that people were really missing, because there's so many people out there that are addicted to cardio, but really strength long-term. We look at people as they age, people who are excelling in sports, strength is important as well, since not all of us need to run a marathon all the time. All right, which led us to Structure Your Strength, which is why we've renamed everything, and now we branded this YouTube page as Structure Your Strength as well. So we're going to go over a little bit what Structure Your Strength is, who it's for, personally why we wanted to develop it, and then what to do if you're interested in it next. So we have a $40 a month, 3-day-a-week strength training program that's designed for those people who enjoy Olympic lifting, as well as they want to focus on kind of having structure or balance. They want to feel good. They just don't want to pound themselves with heavy weights. Because what I found was as I played with all these different programs, they were great. I was getting stronger, but I started to feel worse and worse and worse as I did them because my body just felt beat up. And what's the point of being able to squat 400 pounds one day when for 3 days it's hard to go up and down the stairs afterwards because your knees hurt, your back hurt, things like that. So for Structure Your Strength, our 3 times a week workout, this is the way we break it down. So we look at Olympic lifts. We are going to lift heavy occasionally in them, but we're looking to get time under tension and skill acquisition, just because I found for most people, they don't really need to go heavy in it because their position isn't good enough, their body awareness isn't that great, and we're just missing some components where their squats are high, but their snatch might not be, their clean might not be. So it's about skill acquisition and time under tension to get really comfortable in it. We use for raw strength, we use basic principles of powerlifting as well as power building, which means sometimes the reps get higher. And this is structured out so we can develop strength over their back squat, deadlift, pulls, presses, things of that nature over time. And it's very structured out, right? We want you to lift heavier and heavier during these cycles. We'll deload it and we'll test more often there. Now, this is the part of the program that I'm kind of most proud about. The part that I found missing in a lot of different programs out there was the idea of structural integrity. Now, a lot of programs get you heavy. You're only back squatting with 2 legs. You do a little bit of single leg work, but not much. You're not using your body unilaterally, off balance work, things of that nature. So for the structural integrity pieces, we have a lot of tempo work. We do a lot of unilateral work, and we work specifically in muscular stamina and endurance because that's what's going to allow us to recover from this heavy lifting, to train those movements more so we can recover from it, so then we get stronger. If you don't recover, you're not getting stronger. You're just using your head to open a door instead of turning that doorknob. And then as well as common lifestyle consequences. Most of us out there are sitting a lot, driving, cell phone, computer, sitting on the couch. So we try to integrate movements that help undo all what the common lifestyle of living in our world today kind of causes, can cause some damage, and squatting heavy isn't the greatest thing when you sit all day long at first. And the way we look at core work is your core is the transmission for the body. So it's not about sit-ups and things of that nature. If our legs are an engine, we want our core to be able to transfer that force out our arms. Our arms can transfer force down our body, depending what we're using to connect to something. And if our core, our transmission isn't strong enough, it's going to break down. So we want our core to be stronger than our legs and arms. So this is the basic layout for Structure Your Strength, the templated $40 a month, 3 times a week program. After that, we also can do small group training as well as one-on-one individual programming. So if you're someone who likes that, we'll run you through about 15 to 20 assessments and we'll program just for you. So we're very excited about what Structure Your Strength is going to bring. If you have any questions, if you have any comments about anything, you can always email me at dave@structureyourstrength.com. I'll be 100% honest whether or not this program's right for you or if individual programming is the best route. All right? Can't wait to see what the future holds.